I was at church last week, and I got in a conversation with a lady, and she asked me, well, when did you come out? When did you let make it open who you were? And she was talking about her life and her children, and well, I shared with her my story, and I'd always known that I was. There were always signs there, and so we started talking about uh, when I first told my godmother that I was gay. And my godmother was like my second mom. She was, about 4'11" and heart of gold and just country and love God. So she takes me Books A Million because I want to go. I love Books A Million at that time. Where else do you go and see people, meet, get books? We used to go shopping together all the time. Hey, what can I say? Anyway, I digress. And I was there and I saw my accompanist for an upcoming competition. And I liked this guy. He was musical, funny, the biggest, beautiful eyes ever. Not too much older than I was, but I believe he had graduated high school already. And so I was telling him about my godparents going out of town this weekend, and I would be home alone and able to practice my song. And anyway, so he was not, there was never anything physical, but the minute I said something about being gay, I knew, crap, I said out loud. And then, not only that, I was like, who's listening? And then I realized that I was in Books A Million with my godmother. And no sure as I said the word gay in the conversation, did my godmother come slinging around the corner of Books A Million, her purse on her arm. And this woman, who was about this shorter than I was, grabbed me. Come here. And I knew that I was in trouble. I knew that something was up. And we went out to the car, and I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to say. And she started crying. And I started crying. And I hated to see her cry because she was such a lovely, wonderful woman. And she started crying. And she said, I kind of always knew, especially with my love of Celine Dion and Diana Ross CDs at that time, tapes. And the fact that I go with her to get her hair done every week. Well, not every week, actually probably every 2 weeks, but I always had to get my hair done. Even if I had gone to get my hair cut the previous week, I still had to have a touch-up. Let's make that clear. And I said, what's going on? I don't know. She's like, well, I don't agree with it, but I love you. So several weeks later, we went out to dinner, and I wanted to be a celebration of me being able to admit who I was. And she still cried, and she said, what do you want from me? And I said, I want to know that you love me. And she said, well, you know what? I love you. And God loves you. And you're very good at picking out clothes. Now, you would think the best part of it would be that I'm very good at picking out clothes, which I am. But the best part was that I love you. More important, that God loves you. And to me, that made so much sense, because God does love me. He loves all people, and He made them just the way they are. So I had her blessing. I was loved. And now it's time for a drink.